I am Fallon.
I'm Leanna.
I'm Caitlin.
And we are the Tangled Thread. Because you figured us out first.
Why do you do this to Fallon?
And you're the oldest.
Eventually you're gonna have to stop using that.
Literally.
Okay. Well, stop.
I'm
laughing.
sorry.
You're so awkward.
I'm sorry.
It was. That's what you did. Okay, why are you barking? Caitlin?
That's what she did. No, you're dragging it.
Holy crap. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, so we ready?
I'm ready.
So going off the topic of how certain moments in our life has shaped where we are now, good or bad, I feel like one moment or one decision can really change the trajectory of your life. And for me, it would probably be moving from which all started when my grandma got sick and my mom was taking her to chemotherapy treatments, which led to her running into my biological father.
Our dad.
Hi. And that led to me meeting him and meeting my two sisters. And eventually moving to changing school districts. Living through many different experiences which shaped me and led me ultimately to meeting my husband and having 3 kids that I would not have otherwise met or have ended up in the situation I am in now.
I love it.
Knowing this half of my family.
That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. What if we never met Fallon?
Do you guys remember when I met you?
No. I do.
You,
Sorry.
I don't think you would.
You was
I was probably like tiny.
You were like playing in puddles.
That's not
In a little pink romper. You were so cute. And
You remember meeting me?
Oh yes. Like vividly. I remember what you were wearing. I
That's
remember
crazy.
coloring with you
Yes.
for hours.
What was it? Little Ponies or Care Bear?
Care Bears.
Okay.
I'm jealous because Leanna got to remember everything, like leaving Florida and meeting Poppy. And
Oh
all
yeah, that
stuff.
was so
The
fun.
traumatizing stuff. Yes, I get
Yeah,
it,
but
but
I
it
mean-
would have been nice to remember some of the stuff that turns me into the awesome person I am now.
I feel like you already have a lot of that though.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
You just missed out. Well, I mean,
I missed out on the beginning of the trauma. I got like halfway through. I met like the trauma halfway. Ew, what?
I heard slamming. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was like.
I can't see anything, so yeah, so that kind of brings me into mine because one of mine is when I was my mom took me and Caitlin from New York and brought us to Florida, and then she decided she couldn't take care of us by herself. So our grandparents had to come down in a van and come pick us up. And so, yeah. Imagine if me and Caitlin
one of
lived
my
with mom
moments
in
with your
Florida.
moments.
Like, that'd
can
be
you imagine
crazy.
if you guys never came back from Florida?
Yeah,
That's another way we
Like
would have
growing
never
up
actually
with
met
mom.
each other.
Because we would have been raised by
We would be
grandma
Lying in
and
the streets right now. I know.
Did you hear me?
That microphone probably picked it up anyway, you idiot.
No. I like to think you wouldn't.
I like to think so too, but then again, look at everybody else who ended up like that out there. Everybody.
And up here. I mean, like.
Yeah, but hello, we made it out. we went down that hole, but we climbed back up it. Okay.
Yeah, I was not about that life for real.
Yeah, no, it was fun while
I like
it
to
lasted,
pretend it.
but well, you didn't fucking pretend.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me tell you.
Okay, I did it.
We got scared.
I
We thought there was no solution. It was scary.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you traumatized everybody. It's fine.
I still come across a letter that Dad wrote me while I was in jail, and he was like, "I miss you," and just like pretty much just pouring his heart out. And every time I come across it, I cry because I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that. It's okay.
I think I'm reliving that stuff over and over again.
I know.
Just ripping open the wound.
Oh yeah, we love that.
Seriously, yeah.
Sometimes you need a good cry, you know, and I don't cry. So when I come across it, I'm like,
No, I'm crying.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah.
It is.
Very.
Stupid.
That's crazy to think about, though.
That is really crazy to think about.
Like, there's so many different decisions that were made by different people that
That like influenced our whole entire life.
We literally wouldn't
Yeah.
be sitting on this couch right now.
no.
Nope.
So crazy. Fucking up my shoulder.
Yeah, so I went to our cousin's baby shower the other day, and I didn't meet anybody because there was like so much going on, but I did meet her mom's mom.
Okay.
Are we following?
Yes.
Okay.
Her mom's mom.
And
Yeah.
then some other woman, I think she was like an aunt of mine, but she was older, and I just thought about it. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like a whole part of my family I didn't even know existed.
I'm crying.
And it's just
Yeah.
so crazy. That's why I want to do the family reunion.
That
Because
was
there's
it.
literally so much of our family up here that
There's a
we
lot.
don't even get to see half the time.
Yeah. No, it's weird because we used to have like family reunions
I
and like
remember
family
that.
get-togethers in her backyard, and a lot of that is where I met those people.
Right.
And then I forget why, but we were at his house or something one time, and there was a lot of people there. And I
Okay.
remember like not knowing anyone, but everyone being related to me in
That's
some
actually
way, and I
so
was like,
crazy.
"This is so overwhelming."
It's
But
scary.
really cool. Like
Right.
I was just like, I don't know who any of these
They
people
all just
are.
are like, oh my god, you're Christopher's daughter, and I'm like,
Right.
No, literally.
Who the fuck are
And I'm
you?
like, hi. And they'd be like, oh, you look just like him.
yeah,
I'm
like,
okay. Hi.
Why did you know my dad?
I need some backstory.
Right.
It's like, I'm your cousin, and I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
From where?
Literally
Okay.
from where?
Or like when Poppy died, that was interesting too because just going to his services and everything, I met like
Yeah, I
a
don't
lot
remember.
of the I didn't know.
Don't even remember going to
I
that.
remember
If did.
it kind of, but like not
You guys?
at all.
I don't even think I went.
Yes, you did.
I did?
I want to say you did.
I don't remember.
No, you was little.
I was
You were
like,
very
no, I
little.
was like 8 or 9 when Poppy died.
I don't know when he
Because
had-
the
There's
last
no
time,
way.
the last time that everybody went to Florida, because and everybody went down to Florida to see him.
I feel
And
like
they said
I
that
was
I went
like
to that.
8 when he died.
They said that I went with that. To that.
In Florida?
Yes, to go visit Poppy for the last time because he was sick.
I don't remember that.
Wait, are we talking about the same person? Poppy Sunny?
Yes.
He didn't live in Florida.
Where did he live?
In
Here,
like the
like
colony
in
area.
Rensselaer or something.
So then why was I told that everybody went to go visit him in Florida?
I have no idea because that did not happen.
What the fuck?
Someone
That's
had
Who
a funny
lied to
version.
me? See?
Who lied to me?
This is why I want my memory.
My life. Who
Yeah,
lied
no,
to me? All
that-
the parents
that's
lied.
crazy.
That didn't happen.
That's crazy.
No,
I don't remember
Poppy
meeting Poppy.
lived like.
We have a
local.
picture with him. You were
I
not
know.
8.
And you guys, so one time I was at a friend's house and you guys went swimming at
I remember
Poppy's
that.
house. This is before he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were there. You guys had like a whole afternoon at his house.
How
I remember-
old was I?
Little.
Little. Like we're talking before I had. So if I was little, you were little. That's why I'm saying you couldn't have been 8 or 9 when he passed because then I would have been like 19.
Yeah, I know. That didn't happen.
So when did he die?
Well, I think I was 14, so you would have been 4.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
My whole life is a lie. Whatever.
I only remember that day because I was swimming and I don't know what kind of like cleaner or chemical he used, but like his pool water tasted like sweeter than like I didn't
Why do
mean-
you
I
remember
didn't-
the pool?
I don't know. I didn't because it was weird. I
Oh,
never
oh.
tasted pool water that
I
way.
think he had a saltwater pool.
Okay, see that makes sense.
He's funny for that.
Because I was like, this does not taste like it didn't hurt like chlorine did, you know, when it gets in your mouth and like in your face. I was
That's
like,
why.
this doesn't hurt. And I was like, wow, this is weird. Wow, that's awesome. I love that. I love that answer. Because I was so confused for like a long time. I was like, why does it taste like that?
That's
I'm
actually
still
really
to
That's
this day.
so funny that that's
Until
what
then.
stuck with you. Oh,
That
the
is
picture
funny.
though you're talking about, do you remember that day?
I do not.
That was like our immediate family reunion. Where we got everyone together to take pictures with Dad because they thought
He was gonna
die.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
And
crazy.
So everyone thought Dad was gonna die. He was given like max like another month to live, and he weighed like 75 pounds, and he was wearing that bandana on his head and like was wearing like a Yankees sweatshirt. Do you remember the photo now?
I remember the
remember,
picture you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Poppy, Sonny, and his wife actually came that day. And it was like the first time everyone was in the same place at the same time. And we all took pictures. So like I think Sonny and his kids were there.
Oh, that's crazy.
That
Tony
is
and his
crazy.
kids were there.
I vaguely remember that. Vaguely.
That was like one of the first times I met. You know,
Oh yeah.
That's
That's mad funny.
the family member that shall not be mentioned.
Yeah. Voldemort.
Yeah.
okay, so that's
And
hilarious.
That started that off.
Damn.
Whoa. So that's another catalyst too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because but that's another one that can't
No,
discuss
I
right
can't.
now.
No. That's okay. We just know it.
Yeah.
We don't have to share all of our catalysts, you know.
Yeah, there's enough to circle around in there for a while.
Until it's good and processed.
Yeah.
And we can always talk about it again. We go into depth in certain.
Right. Topics that are a little bit more sensitive
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
audience.
Sorry, not sorry. So Kaylin.
Your turn.
Okay, so my catalyst is my Uncle Sonny passing away. And this sounds really bad, but if he didn't pass away, then I wouldn't be living in his house right now. But what came out of that is I got closer to my family and was I'm pregnant. I cried.
Kaylin, no! Don't cry! I'm gonna cry!
I can get it out, I swear.
This wasn't planned! She said I'm pregnant!
Because I can't.
The dinosaur would have fell. You started off real strong.
I
tried really hard.
Okay. Fine. Anyway, my uncle passed away. I moved into his house. I got closer to family, and that made it so that I could leave the relationship with my baby father because it was a very dangerous relationship. And
Is it on the counter?
I can't
Shut up. You have phones.
literally text each other. So yeah, that's my catalyst. It's very unfortunate, but in a way saved my life and my kid's life. So yeah.
We love that.
I think yours was the best.
Yeah. me too. Oh, Syra.
Because it really goes to show that even like the shittiest of situations can end up putting you right where you need to be.
Yeah.
And Uncle Sonny swooped in and saved the day without even knowing it.
Said I got you.
I'll get out of here for you. Oh my goodness.
No, because Graham was literally like, I need you to come here.
I know. Graham was like,
Like,
I
Caitlin
need
quit
you
her
and the
job
kids.
and everything.
I literally quit my job that day. She was like, you need to put in your 2 weeks. I said, my uncle
I'm
just
leaving.
died and I'm leaving. Like, I'm quitting. So, yeah. I had to take the deep breath. I needed it. My soul needed to breathe.
Soul breath.
It was a soul breath. But, yeah. So, that's mine.
I love it.
Thank you.
Action.
Okay.
Wait, what was the topic?
Something about childhood
Ridiculous
memories.
childhood.
Yes,
Ridiculous
ridiculous.
Okay.
His neck is broken.
Wait, do I have to start this one off again?
I don't really know.
Because I
guess
gotta
we'll-
think about mine.
Yeah, me too.
Because immediately all the bad stuff comes to mind and I want to start off good.
I was gonna
Okay,
kinda
so-
branch off of you guys's because
Okay, I guess I'll do this one because
Oh,
when
I
I was
remember.
younger, I had to get the chicken pox shot
Yeah.
because she had it already.
I had the chicken pox.
Mm-hmm.
When?
You were really young.
I
don't
can get
remember.
shingles.
I'm pretty sure she did.
I did not.
I feel like I do remember.
I did
that.
not.
I'm pretty sure you
Did
did.
not. How
Okay.
old was I?
You
I
were
was
young.
really little.
Little.
I
I'm
had
pretty
the
sure.
chicken
I'm
pox.
pretty sure. That's what I remember is that you had them, and so I had to go get the shot.
Well, you probably had to get the shot regardless because in 1998 or something like that.
That was when I was born.
Yeah, it became. Okay, then it was even before that. It probably was like 95 or 96. They made it a law that, like, it became the varicella vaccine became one of the like routine
Like,
pediatric vaccinations. Yeah, because my brother's year was the first year that happened, started happening.
Okay, okay.
I'm prone to the
Okay,
shingles virus.
either way,
But yeah,
I got the shot. And so I guess after you get the shot, you like dad never had the chicken pox and never had the chicken pox shot before.
right.
So like because they had given me the vaccine, I wasn't supposed to be in contact with him for like a certain amount of time. Because it's like I don't know. But anyways, I remember running around the Grand National, one of it. I don't remember which one it was because
It was
It
probably
would have
the
been the
white
white
one.
one.
Yeah. because it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
it
you
was
were
definitely
older
the
by
white
the time you had
one.
the
We were like
you guys were like teenagers
12,
by the time you had
yeah.
the gold one.
That golden.
so ugly.
I hated that one.
No offense
We
to
won't
the
talk.
people who like that kind of car, but it was just not it.
He just wanted a Grand National.
That's all
just
that
to say he
matters.
had one. Anyways, I was chasing him around and he was like making it a joke that I couldn't touch him because I was young.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, you gotta touch me!" Like we ran around and yeah, I remember that's one of the weird childhood
That
memories.
is so weird. Childhood memory.
And it's random too.
That was at the house in Constance. We did that.
I remember it being at the trailer park.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
But I wonder when that
because
was.
I remember it being in the driveway.
That's so weird.
Unless I made it up.
No, Leah.
No, it
I
probably
freaking cannot.
Well, even if
Well, I can't verify. Like, Dad was the only
True.
one that was there.
But even if we
Oh,
lived
yeah.
on console, even if we lived on console, there's a good chance the car was in the trailer park.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you're
it
right.
could have
You're right. You're
happened around
right.
the same period of time, so
You're
you
right.
could still be right. But it's funny because I remember probably around that same time frame. Do you remember Mom and Dad had to go out of town for one of his surgeries, and I was babysitting you guys, and I just got a digital camera for some reason. I don't know if it was my birthday or what it was.
Digital
And
cameras
I made
were
you
the
guys
thing.
put on a bunch of different outfits, and I
I
made
do
you
not
do like
remember
a photo
that.
shoot in the backyard.
That's
That's
mad
mad
funny.
funny.
You guys were really into it, so it wasn't
Of
like
course,
Hell
I mean,
yeah,
we were
what?
young girls.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. That's so funny.
I don't remember that.
Do you think you have any of the pictures?
I
still?
know I do.
Oh, we gotta
Oh,
find
great.
those.
You guys are adorable.
That's so funny.
I
I love
posed you
that.
on like a blanket in the back. Do you remember that backyard?
Yeah, because it was right
I don't
next
remember
to.
shit
It
from
was
console.
attached to Am's backyard.
Yeah.
I know.
Literally,
I remember
you just had
the
to walk
house
through
and
the
stuff,
fence.
but I don't remember anything from console.
I remember,
I
one
remember-
time I had pink eye in both my eyes, and I screamed when I woke up because I was like, I can't see.
open your eyes. Yeah.
And Dad
Oh my
came in and he was
God.
like, what?
That was so
That was so
crazy.
scary.
That was the house you got appendicitis in.
Me?
Yes.
No. Everyone is lying to me about my appendicitis story. And I went through the trauma. Does everyone understand? I was in house and Aunt was watching me and Graham was at work. God knows where the fuck is. But I started throwing up and down the fucking hallway with Graham having no idea what to do. Graham started coming home from work. They called 911 and I went in the fucking ambulance. Was Graham there? I don't know. But it happened at house and Aunt Wendy was babysitting me. I'm telling you!
Okay.
I'm
Well,
telling you.
all I know is before we knew what was wrong with you, you were complaining that you didn't feel good. And you were at our house and you came out of the bathroom and you're like, I can't pee, and you started crying, and then you ended up spiking a fever and you threw up.
We are in a parallel universe because I was in house and I was throwing up and down, up.
I
up.
just heard this story!
I'm telling you, we are in a parallel fucking universe because
All
that is
I
how I
know-
vividly remember it. I thought I was gonna die.
I know.
Everybody did.
But
All I know is
so
I went
got
to
left
Val's,
with the
right?
kids.
Or was that when she went to one of the emergency times? I went to mom's house.
Yes,
That was probably when I got my foot ran over.
that was.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
Because
that's
I
what
like
thought.
vividly remember like you guys telling Leanna to go with me and they went down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a
See?
different.
See?
Do you
traumatic
remember
event.
being carried from over there onto
All the way into the
Grandma's
table, the
kitchen
kitchen
table?
table, yeah. And Poppy was there, and you guys were like telling Poppy to stop talking about my foot because he started to say something about my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like,
And you're
shut
like,
up.
I start like, and you're, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm just like, no, I was scared. I was
Me
like,
too.
We were trying to keep you from seeing it
yeah.
because it like immediately turned purple.
Aw.
It got ran over by a minivan. I was like 6 years old.
That'll do it.
What the fuck? And they left. They came
Yeah,
back.
that was
they
messed up.
left.
Martin Hardy and Mazzotti came through.
They did. Let me tell you. What? Man.
Plus, you were like a baby.
I was like 6. I was 7. No, I was 6.
No.
I wasn't.
Caitlin,
I was
six, I was seven.
okay, so then I was like 5 or 6 because I vividly remember this happening to me. I don't remember the ambulance ride. I'm pretty sure I passed out in the ambulance because I don't remember the ambulance ride.
Honestly, we should phone a friend because my mom will know the entire story.
I need her now because I need to.
Anyways. But yeah, so do you have any non-traumatic memories, Caitlin? No ambulance rides involved.
Or hit and runs.
No, hit and runs are crazy. I remember it's not traumatic, but it's funny. I remember whenever me
You said
and
non-traumatic.
I said it's not traumatic, but it's funny. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so great. Okay, that's what you mean. Anyway, I remember that me and Leanna were sleeping in the room that ended up being Leanna's, the bunk beds all the way in the bigger room,
The
and
back
you had
room?
the spare room. Yes.
Which house are we talking about?
The trailer.
Okay.
The trailer. And I vividly remember like getting yelled at by you because I was going to the bathroom and That's So Raven was playing because Dad was gonna yell at me. And I was really little.
I yelled at you because you went to the bathroom.
Yes, because I ran, because I was scared. And I
No.
vividly remember that.
Okay, so do you remember the night that I had a nightmare and I had to come sleep with you with my dolphin that had only one eye? So that dream was scary because, okay, I remember it still to this day. I had a dream. It was with my friend Amber at the time and somebody else, and we were playing poker. Remember when we all used to learn how to play Texas Hold'em and stuff like that?
Yes.
So I was playing poker and like we were just at the table and it was like all dark and like eerie and somebody pulled my foot and I felt it in real life. I felt somebody pulling my foot, so I was like, hello?
Hello?
And then when I realized nobody was there, I started getting like really freaked out because I figured it was fucking with me.
Right.
But it was like, no, everybody was sleeping, everybody was gone, and so I was really freaked out.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I remember getting scared because Leanna got scared from one of her nightmares.
Oh yeah, I used to have bad nightmares.
Leanna would wake up in the middle of the
Yeah.
night screaming, crying, and then I would
You
start
had
screaming and
terrible
crying.
nightmares.
The reoccurring dream? Did I ever tell y'all about the reoccurring one that I had?
Yes, I've heard it every day for my entire life for the past 20 years.
What dream is this?
Okay, so
This has been
it's
my
such
life.
a fucking weird dream. Okay, so I'm at Graham's having this dream and remembering this is the last time I remember having the reoccurring dream. Shut up! Go away! Go away! Anyway, so I leave Graham's and I go down to where Dad was. Well, Jim and Rose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember exactly, but I can't remember who was outside, but there was like a party that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
down there.
so I like walked in and what is Ariel's dad's name? King Triton?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He was in the living room in a kiddie pool. And so there was all other people, and then I went to the back, and who was that fat dude that Dad always hung out with?
Which one?
I can't remember his name. It was the older one, not a recent one, like a really, really old one.
What?
Oh my god, I
I can't remember
his name, but I know who
Was
you're
it one of
talking
the?
about.
That's you.
I don't remember.
That's you.
Anyways, he was there, and Caitlin was in the back, and I never told you this part. You were with. In my dream, I don't know.
That's so weird.
But it's because I had a crush on him at the time.
Wait, what?
It's a kid that I went to school with.
Oh.
So he was in my dream, but he was with Caitlin in the back room, and I was like, what the heck? And so I left because I was mad.
Mind you, I'm a
And-
child.
Right.
I said, mind you, I'm a child.
Oh yeah, well I didn't know. It was a dream. I'm mad in my dream. I can't control things. And so I went to the back, and I freaking, Dad's dead in the back with a bullet in his brain right here, and he's all purple. And then I walk up, and
This makes me laugh because
and there's aliens
so crazy.
at the front. Like I'm all the way at the front by like where the tax place was. And the aliens come down and they're blue and like got the antennas and stuff, and the aliens are you, Jen and Mom and
Literally the funniest. I've heard this dream so many times.
but that
and
was
it's
like a
just
reoccurring dream
so
I used
crazy
to
every
have.
time I hear it.
Yeah, like reoccurring to the point where like I talked about it excessively, and I can still tell it to you to this day.
And she
That's
doesn't
crazy.
change a damn thing.
And
It's literally the
Literally
same
the same
thing
thing.
that happened every
and
single
what
time.
time frame of your life were you having this dream?
I was pretty young.
Young. We were in
I
the
think-
bunk beds.
I think the last time I had it was when I was maybe like 9 or 10. But it happened for like 2 or 3
That's
years.
Wild.
mad crazy.
Do you
Another-
remember your imaginary friend?
I do, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
He was this big,
He
and
lives
he
in
fits in my
Florida
hand.
now.
Yeah,
And Cora
apparently.
stole him and took him to Florida.
Yeah, that was sad. Grams lied to me because she didn't want Charlie to be around anymore.
Yeah.
The way that she says it.
He was my friend.
They were trying to tell you that you don't have an imaginary friend.
Well, I did, and I still do.
Oh,
Don't care.
Dad and Graham used to like argue about him though because
I remember that.
Dad used to.
He used to stick up
He
for
used to
Leona.
stick up for you,
Oh,
and
I
then
love
no, like to the extent of you'd be like, Charlie needs a chair, and Dad would be like, okay, so Charlie can sit here, and then
I
Graham
love
would be
that.
like, the fuck.
She'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?"
She's like, you need to stop going along with this.
And then automatically
Emotional
Caitlin had a
damage.
freaking imaginary friend named Violet.
Yeah. My imaginary friend wasn't real.
No.
We all knew that.
I just wanted to be a part of something.
I can't.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Do you
Anyway,
have another one?
I have a ton.
I
But do you remember when I almost crashed the Celica into the pond? Out of the camp?
oh my
My
goodness!
dad was
yes,
teaching me how to drive.
yes, I do remember that. That's crazy. That is so.
Maybe
crazy.
that's where my fear
Why
comes
were
from.
they teaching you how to drive in a fucking campgrounds?
Dad taught me how to drive in like the weirdest places, but I also credit him for why I'm a good driver and I can drive in
Yeah.
weird situations
That
now.
makes sense.
That's funny.
Because he did the weirdest shit to me. Like, here, you've never driven the manual. Get in. We're
Oh my
at
God.
the campsite where there's like nowhere to back up or like appropriately
there's
drive.
nowhere for
And
you
he
to-
makes me get in, and it's the very first time I'm even attempting to drive like a manual shift car. And
Scary.
I
feel like I'm scared.
did not know what the
Yeah,
hell I was
yeah.
doing. And I let it stall out, and then we're literally rolling into the pond, and Dad's going, brake! Hit the brake!
I would have died.
And I like couldn't function enough to do it because I was so scared.
There's 3 fucking pedals.
Yes!
I'd be
I
like,
would have been like,
I was like, which one's the brake? So we saved it before we ended up in the pond, obviously.
love
Which
that.
was good. But then
Which is
everybody
good.
got very angry. Because it was just Celica, and everybody was like, what the fuck?
that's
At least you
hilarious.
didn't crash his Porsche.
I wasn't gonna go.
I have the video. I have Leanna's first time ever driving with Dad teaching her how to drive
Oh
on
my
Central,
God.
and I have that on video.
I think I know which
Well,
video you're
can I
talking
have
about.
it?
What? I've sent it to you before, but I'll send it to you again. You can literally hear them
Yeah.
talking, and Leanna's like making little jokes.
Yes.
That's what I do when I'm nervous.
One of you also has the video of him driving with no hands, right?
I
Yeah,
have the
with
video
the
of him
foot.
driving with his foot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Love
Everyone's like, "Oh, that's not," and I'm like, "No, he's
No,
literally
it
driving
happened.
with his feet. Like this
Yeah,
is
he
what's
He had
happening
one
right
hand
now."
and he wanted to drink coffee. Like, sorry. What do you want
It's
us
one
to
foot
say?
too. It's not
One
both
time?
feet. It's 1 foot.
Yeah.
I mean, both foot
Well,
would
I
be
mean,
more
yeah,
impressive.
Who's pressing the gas pedal? I didn't even
Oh
think
my
of that
God.
until after I said it.
One time we were driving on Central, and I don't know what happened in front of us, but he had to stop really abruptly. And we were going to ass end these people. There was like no
I was
way
in the
around
car.
it.
I know what you're
And
talking
he
about.
threw it in reverse, and we didn't hit them.
No,
I
I
was
lied.
that.
That's not what I thought you were
How
gonna
the
say.
fuck?
He knew how to get out
yeah.
of situations.
But then he also runs into light posts.
I know.
Yeah, but there was always something else at play
Yeah,
there.
true.
That's like when he thought he was driving the Regal.
Oh,
It didn't have keys in it.
Aww.
And it was parked out front. And I had to go out and tell him.
Oh.
Like, hey,
I
you're not
would've let
going
him.
anywhere. I would have let him have his adventure.
like,
He
"How'd
would
you
have made
get
it to
here?"
Florida. I honestly, like, it's really fucked up, but I loved those moments. When he was just so dumbfounded
yeah.
and like, how are you here right now? Like, I'm in our house. What do you mean, how am I here right now?
How did you get here? That same day that he thought he was driving and there was no keys in the car, I got him to come back in the house, and then I caught him putting one chair on top of another chair to try and stand on top of it.
Oh my god.
To like, I don't even know what he was trying to do. Change a light bulb or like do something.
Change of
And I thought he was gonna kill himself because
Oh
the
my
chairs were like weebling all
Aw.
over the place. Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Him scooping snow with the cat little scooper. Yeah.
He's like, I'm doing it because, I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing anything else. I'm like, okay,
Might
Dad.
as well come out here and scoop snow with a pooper scooper.
And he was putting it into the. Like, it wasn't even doing anything really. Like, he was just like.
You're just taking it from one spot and putting it into
No,
another.
literally. Awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Atlanta.
Good times.
I love how all of the memories just ended up coring around Dad.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Yeah. I've got some about because he's batshit crazy.
I don't really.
And he was
remember
sitting here
anything.
trying to put, I have a video of it. And he's trying to put one of Graham's, like the fancy umbrella things, how, like, you can crank it up and, like, you can move the arm and, like, you don't have to move from where you are to do it. It's, like, one of the arch ones. And he's trying to put it together, and it's not going together. So he gets mad, and he starts swearing at it and throwing it, and he spits on it. And I'm just sitting in the car as, like, a 13, 14-year-old girl, like... Is this what a crash at is? You scared me!
Remember your YouTube channel?
I don't want to talk about it, no. This isn't,
Insert
I sent her the video of us watching it on the big screen.
I didn't watch it. I did not watch it.
It was intriguing.
I didn't.
It was.
She's like, do you guys want to
I don't-
I know what I said in the YouTube videos.
I don't think I could speak. I watched it and my I was like, how did I not know she did this?
And nobody.
The one who told us about it.
That's great.
And I don't even know how the fuck he found it.
It's just your name, Caitlin. It's
Why
not
is he
that hard.
searching my name?
Because
I was in a very.
why not?
I mean, I
He's
don't
your
know
big
myself.
brother. Maybe he wanted to see. If
Well,
he
I don't
posted
just randomly
anything.
go on YouTube one day and type in his name. Like,
Maybe you should.
maybe I should. So I can.
You don't even know how to spell his last name.
I don't. No. It's a very complicated last name to spell.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like, shout.
Be very cooperative. Like, do you want to tie these tighter? They feel a little loose. I think I can get out of these.
Really freak him out.
Tighter!
I've dreamt of this!
Would you choke me now? There's so many things about Sean that. Oh my God, I have some book recommendations.
Book recommendation.
Yes. So, if you like dark romance, I have a couple for you. Yes. You read Haunting and Hunting, Adeline?
I have not, but I see them all over TikTok, and I almost got them, but I got the What's Your Mind series first because I wanted to like start with something that I didn't know the story to, because I kind of know the story from TikTok.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like come for certain things and the things that are said in the book, and like saying that like it's a bad start because of like it's not. If you're like really into the dark romance, like the really kinky stuff,
It is pretty mild. I mean, there's some stuff that is pretty outrageous, and then there's some stuff like that book. Honestly, was more triggering for other stuff than anything else. But I don't know the series name, but the like the God of War, God of Pain, God of Malice.
Oh,
Those ones are very good.
that sounds very intriguing. I don't know. We'll look it up though, because I am intrigued. I gotta start reading my book.
Yeah, I gotta finish
my
my
book
stuff
yet.
first. I haven't even finished the first one.
When I just started reading The Sinner.
I seen that in Barnes and Noble, and ooh, the trigger warnings on it. I
It's
was
the
like,
second one in the. So I've already read the first one. The first one is amazing. I cannot think of the name of it to save my life right now.
Terrible.
Never sit down and look at someone like that. She said,
Me neither, but I'm gonna go look back.
Shit. But the first one was very, very good, and so far The Sinner is also very good.
I'm excited. I seen,
I'm
yeah.
gonna forget all of these as soon as we get up.
It's okay.
I've already forgotten.
I think that like once you've lived through some of that stuff, it's easier to read it. Which
For
a
some
lot of people
people.
feel the opposite.
Yeah,
which
I was about to say.
well, I mean, my life.
My life be like.
I like when they give it a happy ending at least.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like, thank you.
I didn't get mine happening, but I'll read about yours.
Catch us next week when we discuss our birth order and how it's influenced us. You can find us on all social media platforms.
Including Amazon and Spotify. Like and subscribe.